a square b square plus 9b to the power of 4. Okay. Now, what you must see here is that these two, which is your e to the power of 4, this one, e to the power of 4. This is your e square whole square, isn't it? It can be e to the power of 4 can be written as a square whole square. Also, 9b to the power of 4 can be written as 3b square whole square. So these two clearly are perfect squares. This one and this one. So clearly this should be a 2ab term, isn't it? But we'll check that later whether we are getting a 2ab term or not. But definitely we have got our a term and we have got our b term. So clearly a here is a square and b here is 3b square. Okay. So now let us see what we are getting. We write e to the power 4 as e square square, and this term is to be tested. Keep it as it is, and 3b square whole square. Okay. So square plus this is my a, so this becomes 2 into a, and this is my b, so this was my a and this is my b. This becomes 3b square. So 2ab plus 3b square. Now let's check whether our 2ab term is giving me this or not. Yes, it is giving me. This is 6a square b square. So it is giving me. So this can be factorized. So what I write here is b square plus 3b square whole square. Okay. Any questions?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So moving on, x square. Look at this, x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. Now see, first we look for our a square and b square. So what happens is that this must give us our a square. This must give our b square. So what is my a square? A square is my x term. B square is my 1 by x term, right? So this is my a square. This is my b square. Now what about the 2ab? Will this term give us our 2ab or not? Let's check. 2, what is a? A is x, right? And what is b? 1 by x. Yes, this will give us our 2ab. Why? Because this x and this x will cancel. You can always write 2 as 2 into x into 1 by x, isn't it? We can always write. So therefore this will give us our 2ab term. Therefore this will be our, my a is x, so a plus b whole square. Okay. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What question?
Sir, 11.32 answers is my coming 6p minus pq. Which identity you have used, sir? Can you see?
Question number? What? Which question number?
The 11.32.
11.32. This is 11.3.
One means 1 2. Sorry,
1, 2.
11.312. Yes, sir.
This one. Yes. What happened? What is the answer
Sir,
that you
which
got?
identity you have used?
Yeah, I've used a
Sir,
minus b whole
6p
square.
minus pq. Oh, sir, but my answer is 6p minus pq.
Yeah, this should be a minus actually, because I am using, see, this
Yes,
is my minus 2ab term, right? So I just wrote it
yes,
wrongly.
sir.
That is okay, because I have used a minus b whole square here. Okay, and a minus b whole square is a
Yes,
square
sir.
minus 2ab plus b square. In fact, the only difference between a minus b whole square and a plus b whole square is the 2ab term, isn't it? Because
Yes, sir.
see, a square and b square remain as they are. A square plus b square plus a square plus b square. But the only difference is with the 2ab term. So in writing a plus b or a minus b, you just have to see the sign of 2ab. Okay. So let us proceed now. with the last problem from this part, that is the identities using a plus b into a plus b and a minus b whole square. Let us see x square plus x plus 1/4. Now what you first notice is that x square is a perfect square and also 1/4 is a perfect square. So we are getting our a term and we are getting our b term. Okay, so this must be our 2ab term. So let us check in the next step whether we are getting that. So this is our a square. Keep this as it is. We'll check later. And we write 1/4 as. So now I've got a and b. So now this is my a square plus 2. What is a here? X. What is b here? Yes. Yes, any question?
So I am Shomaji Ghosh. There is first class of maths. So sir, I don't know the works which you gave before this. So sir, can you
This
sir,
sum.
works?
I could not understand what you're trying to say. Let me finish this sum, then I'll speak to you. Okay.
So I can't understand this sum.
Sorry?
Sir, I have not understood the sum.
This one that I'm doing or all the other sums?
So only this one.
Okay, let me start once again then.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so you have x square plus x plus 1/4. Now first we look for a square and the b square terms, right? Because there are 3 terms. Okay. And we know that a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square also have 3 terms. A plus b whole square has 3 terms. A square, 2ab and b square. Okay, they have 3 terms. So here also I have 3 terms. So first I look for my a square. So you see that this is an x square. So x whole square. So this will give us our e squared term, right? 1/4 can be written as half square. So this will give us our b. This is our a. Only this term is left, right? This must be our 2ab term. But we have to check whether this is our 2ab term. We'll see in the steps. Till here, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
So a square plus 2ab term we'll write as it is. No, I haven't checked till now. And this I'll write as half square. In the next step, now I'll check. A square plus 2 into a is my x, b is my half. So this is my 2ab. Does it give me x? Yes, it gives me x because 2 and 2 will cancel, right?
Yes, sir.
Plus half square. Now see this has come to this form. A square plus 2ab plus b square. So this now can be written as a plus b whole square. Clear?
Yes, sir.
No problem. So we can proceed.
Yes.
Yes. Who was saying what? Somojit? Who was saying what?
Sir, yes, I understood.
So I am Shomaji Ghosh. This is my first class, sir, because I am ill and I can't do the before class. So what I will do, sir, now?
Okay. So you'll be marked absent for the classes that have been that have taken place before. But from now you try to be regular. Okay. Now that you have recovered, you now try to be.
So sir, what will be the passwords of before?
The password, link, ID all remain the same. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You take it from your friends, they will give you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Varsha, are you there? Varsha? Varsha, are you there? not there. Okay, so let us proceed now. So now we'll be using, in addition to these two identities, the identities we have already done factorization, how to factorize by expressions using these two identities. There's an additional identity that we will now use, which is the difference of squares. This identity is also called difference of squares. Okay, it's a very important identity for factorization. Okay, in addition, mainly your sums mainly are based on this. These two come definitely, okay, but these two are not as much used as this identity, difference of squares identity. Okay, this is a very important identity, difference of squares, for factorization. Okay, so we'll be using this identity. Let us start with a very simple problem, 3 part 1. 2 you have done, must have done yourself. Okay, if you are not able to do, then I can help you out at the end of the class. Okay, any homework that I have given and you have not been able to understand, I'll help you at the end of the class. Let me know. Okay, so you have 9x square y square minus 25. You see that 9x square y square can be written as, 9 is a perfect square. It can be written as 3 square, 3 square x square y square, and 25 can be written as 5 square. So now you see that this entire term can be written as 3xy whole square, and this is 5 square. So clearly this is now a difference of 2 square. This is of what form? A square minus b square, which this is my a and 5 is my b. So a is here 3xy and b is 5. Now we know that a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. Okay, and now that I have already got a square minus b square here, I will simply put it in this a plus b into a minus b. So I have a plus b into a minus b. Okay, any doubts in any step here?
No, sir.
Okay, let us do this 3 part 2. 16x square minus 1 by 144. You see that 16 is a perfect square, so write it 4 square x minus, and 144 is also a perfect square, which is 12 square, right? So now this term has now become a perfect square because 16x square can be written as 4x whole square, and 1 by 12 square can be written as 1 by 12 whole square, right? So now a becomes my 4x, b becomes my 1 by 12. So now I'll use the identity a plus b into a minus b. A is 4 plus b is 1 by 12. A is 4x and b is 1 by 12. So
1
this
by 12.
expression has been factorized
Yes,
into
sir.
2 factors. Okay. Okay, so this is also a similar one. Okay, 4 2, so I'll skip 4 2. Look at 5 1. So you have 2a plus 3b whole square minus 16c square. Okay, now this expression. Now if you see, this is already a perfect square, isn't it? 2a plus b has been raised to the power 2, so this expression is already a perfect square. And you also see that 16 is a perfect square. So what you do is you keep this as it is because this is nothing to do here, and 16 is a perfect square, so you write it as 4 square c square. So now this is 2a plus b, right, as it is, and 4c whole square. Now see, this has become a difference of 2 square. Now in the problem where I have solved, I have done it directly. Okay, what you can do is you can say let x is equal to 2a plus 3b. Okay, so therefore this expression now becomes x square minus 4c whole square. Now this is the difference of square. You can break it up as x plus 4c. This is your a and 4c is your b. X minus 4c. So now this is x 2a plus 3b plus 4c 2a plus 3b minus 4c. So now you remove the curly brackets. 2a plus 3b plus 4c into 2a plus 3b minus 4c. Any questions? No questions?
So,
Yes.
so this which chapter you are teaching? So this
Factorization.
algebraic expression.
Factorization.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So let us move on to the next one. This one, 5-2, important problem. Okay, let me use a different color. Let me use my favorite color, blue. Okay, so we have 1 minus b minus c whole square. Okay. Now you see that 1 can be written as 1 square. And b minus c is already a perfect square. Nothing to do here. So I've written it as it is. Okay. Now this has been expressed as difference of two squares. Okay. So this is our a and this is our b. B minus c is our b. Okay. Now if you find it difficult to work with expressions directly, what you can do is you can say let x is equal to b minus c. So this expression now becomes 1 square minus x square. Okay. So now this is now a difference of two squares. I can write this as 1 plus x into 1 minus x. Now I put back the value of x. 1 plus b minus c into 1 minus b minus c. So now we remove the curly brackets. 1 plus b minus c. 1 minus, and if I'm removing this bracket, these two brackets, that means the sign within the bracket will change. 1 minus b plus c. Is it clear or any doubts?
Sir, can you explain this once again?
From the beginning?
Sir.
Yes, sir. So from the second step.
From the second step. Okay. Okay. So now we have one can be written as 1 square, which I've already written. Okay. And b minus c is already a perfect square. B minus c is already a perfect square, isn't it? Because see, b minus c has been raised to the power of 2. So this is already a perfect square. Okay, nothing to do. This expression is already a square. Okay, so that is why I write 1 as 1 square to show that 1 is also a perfect square. So now if 1 becomes my a and this expression becomes my b, b minus c becomes my b. Okay, so now if I want to proceed, I have proceeded here directly. See, I have written directly here. Okay, but what you can do is you can say let x is equal to b minus c. Okay, so that this now becomes 1 square minus x square. Any doubts still here till this part?
No, sir.
So now this is a difference of 2 square. This becomes my a. So a here is 1 and b here is my x. So and we know that a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. And I've already got a square minus b square here, isn't it? So this should be a plus b into a minus b. Now that I have taken x is equal to b minus c. I'll just put back the value.
Yes, sir. Mm.
Okay, this is 1 plus b minus c into 1 minus b plus. Okay, any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You understood?
Sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
7-1. This time let me use green color. This is 25 times a plus b whole square minus 16 times a minus b whole square. Okay, now see 25 is a perfect square, right? So I write 25 as 5 square and this remains as it is plus b whole square. And 16 is also a perfect square, so I write 16 as 4 square. Okay, so now see, this entire term becomes a perfect square because I can write this as 5 times a plus b whole square. I can write or not? And this becomes 4 times
So why to write whole
a
square
minus
single
b
square,
whole square. Mute your sounds, please. No one will be able to hear. Okay, so now these two have become perfect squares, haven't they? Any doubts till this step?
No,
sir?
sir.
No, sir.
That there will be not square.
What did you say?
That before AB. That before AB there will be no square.
Why? I have a plus b whole square and I have a minus b whole square. Yes, tell me, what is the problem?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so now
Okay.
in order to see in the problem, in the note I have proceeded, in the note I have proceeded directly. But what you can do here is you can take this expression as say x and you can take this expression as say y. So what I do is let x is equal to,
Sir,
yes,
sir, in that last step, 4a minus b squared, there will be no square.
okay,
So you have given two
okay,
squares.
okay,
That,
Yes,
that,
sir. I
Yes,
was
sir. Yes,
that
sir.
I
one
was also
only
thinking that.
okay, no
I
problem.
tried
I was
to
also thinking that, sir.
Happens, mistakes happen in life, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now you have this as your x and this as your y. We have taken x as 5a plus b, y as 4a minus b. So this becomes my x square minus y square. And from identities, we know this is x plus y into x minus y. Okay. Now we simply put back the values. Introduce curly brackets. Instead of x, we write 5a plus b. Instead of y, we write 4a minus b. There will not be a square here. This is 4a minus b. Okay, so 4 times a minus b, and this is 5 times a plus b minus 4 times a minus b. Okay, so this is, now you open the brackets, this becomes 5a plus 5b plus 4a minus 4b into 5a plus 5b minus 4a, and see I have a negative sign outside the bracket. So this sign will become, when I open the bracket, this sign will become plus 4b. Now you just simplify 5a plus 4a like terms. So this becomes 9a and 5b minus 4b is plus b. And you have 5a minus 4a is simply a, and 5b and 4b is 9b. Okay, so this has been factorized into two factors. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
This is an important sum. Okay, and I think the next one is also a very similar problem. Okay, So I don't think that needs to be discussed. If you have understood this problem, this one 7-1, then 7-2 should also be very easy for you. Okay, let us do 8-1. Let us do this and then I'll end the meeting and you rejoin. Okay, because I only have 5 minutes left for this meeting. Okay, let me use a red this time. X cube minus 25x. Okay, now you see that x cube is not a perfect square, right? 25 is a perfect square. But what about x? X is not a perfect square. So what to do? So here in this case, we'll apply a little bit of common sense. What we'll do is, what we see is that these two expressions, since they are not perfect squares, both are not perfect squares, we try to take something common. That is, we take out the HCF of the two terms. What is the HCF of x cube and 25x? It is simply x, right? Agreed or not? HCF of x cube and 25x is x.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
Now, if I take out x
Yes.
from x cube, it will become x
yes,
squared,
sir.
right? And if I take x out from 25x, it will be simply 25. Right?
25.
Now it looks very good because x is also a perfect square and 25 is also a perfect square. Now we can work with this. Okay. So that means now we can write x as perfect square, x square, and 5 is also a perfect square. So now this will work. So that now I can break this as a square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b. So this is a plus b into a minus b. That has been factorized. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
no doubts.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No
No,
doubt.
sir.
Now I'm ending the meeting. Okay, you rejoin once again, and Kripa and Sharmistha, you take the attendance at the end of the second session. Okay, so
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm ending the meeting. Rejoin. Okay.